Hey, on Friday, I hopped on here on Facebook Live and talked about 3 things that you don't need to start a business. So they were myths, misconceptions, 3 things that you don't need, and those were an MBA or lots of business expertise, money, lots of money, and lots of free time. 3 things that a lot of people think you need to start a successful business, but aren't necessarily the case. So if you missed that Facebook Live, you can go through my feed and find it on Friday, or I just posted it to my blog. So if you go to dropleaf.co, you can click on the blog and you can watch that Facebook Live where I unpack those 3 myths. And you can learn about that. And today I wanted to hop on and kind of talk about the flip side. So talk about 5 things that you do need to start a successful business. And they all happen to start with the letter P, which makes me very happy because I'm a word nerd. So I'm gonna walk you through each one of those things right now. But before I do that, let me just introduce myself quickly. My name is Jen Petro. I'm the owner of Dropleaf Communications, and you can learn about that at dropleaf.co. Okay, let's jump in. So the first thing that you need to start a successful business is passion, right? So like I mentioned on the Facebook Live Friday, when I started my business, I did not have any business expertise. I wasn't particularly business savvy, but what I did have was passion. I was so passionate about what I did for a living. So I loved marketing, I loved writing, I loved playing with words. Nothing made me happier than playing with words and figuring out how to best communicate with an audience and how to get a message across. So I was super passionate about that. And you know, the best businesses I know, the most fulfilled business owners, the most fulfilled people I know are people that get up every day and do what they love. So you have to be passionate about what it is you want to do. So the second one is purpose. So this is where it's so important to connect with your why. You know, if you want to start a business just to make a buck, that can only get you so far, and it certainly won't keep you sustained during the trying times, right? So again, this just goes back to finding that deeper rooted purpose for why it is you want to do this. So for some people that might be, you know, you want to start a business to change your situation, or it might be to change the world, or to bring beauty to the world, or you know, whatever it might be. Finding that kind of why, finding that purpose around your business is such a powerful motivator, and it's one of those things that you'll come back to again and again. I've been running my business for over 10 years now, and it's something I have to come back to on a regular basis of why am I doing this? What's really my purpose? And so that is essential when you're starting a business, just to be laser focused the whole time on why it is you want to do this. The third thing you need to start a business is people. So I'm not gonna lie, being an entrepreneur, being a small business owner can be a lonely path at times. It really can be. And it's also really tempting, I think, to want to try to do everything yourself, or to feel like everything is on your shoulders. And that's not the way it should be. It's so critical to surround yourself with people. And by that, I don't necessarily mean a team of people in terms of employees and that kinds of thing. Certainly that can be important too, but what I'm talking about here is just surrounding yourself with the kind of people who are going to spur you on. So who are those people in your life who are your biggest fans? They're your cheerleaders. They believe in you and they're not afraid to tell you that. That is really important. I mean, it's important throughout the whole journey of being a business owner, but I think it's really critical at the beginning, especially as you hit those moments of self-doubt, or you know, feel like you failed at something, or you're scared, or whatever it might be. If you have people that you're surrounded with who care about you and encourage you and believe in you, that is so important, so important. Okay, the 4th P is perseverance. So I don't know if you know this, but one of the biggest differentiators between people who succeed in life and in business, it's not social status, it's not money, it's not things that you might think, it's not necessarily business expertise, it's perseverance, or what I like to say, grit. It's grit. I mean, there have been studies that show that grit is really the thing that sets apart the winners from the losers. And so it's so critical that you have perseverance, and that you're resilient, and that you're okay with failing, and that you're okay with making mistakes, and you're willing to get back up again and not throw in the towel and keep going. So there's a great book. I can't think of the title off the top of my head, but it's written by Angela Duckworth, and it's about grit. The word grit is in the title. So that's a great book. You should look that up if you're interested in learning more about it. But perseverance is so key to being a successful business owner that it's so often overlooked too. I think that is really one of the number one differentiators between people who are successful and people who aren't. So, okay, the last one I want to talk about real quickly is a playbook. So starting a business can feel really overwhelming, right? There's so much that goes into it. It can feel just completely out of reach, and there is a lot you need to know, and you could spend hours and hours and hours researching and reading books and listening to all the right podcasts and taking online courses and all of these kinds of things to glean the skills you need. Certainly you can do that. I mean, what I would have given in the beginning, back in the day, to have somebody just cut through all the clutter and just focus in for me on what are the basics of what I need to know to start a business. What do I need to know to start a business, to find customers, to figure out how much to charge, to learn how to do marketing, all of the things that go into it. What I would have given for a playbook back in the day would have saved me so much time. And so because of that, what I have done is created a 12-week program. It's exactly what I would have wanted back in the day. It's a 12-week program that just walks people step by step through the basics of starting a business, marketing a business, branding a business, launching a business, all those kinds of things. And it's just for women, sorry guys. It's just for women, but I intentionally build it that way because there's a huge kind of community component of it as well. And this goes back to what I said earlier. You need people. You need people on this journey. And so we just go side by side at our own pace to work through what does it take step by step to take our passions and talents and turn them into profit and to build a business. So, it is a playbook. It's just a step by step, and it's one of those things that, like I said, I would have given anything for back in the day. So if this is something that has been on your heart, starting a business, or if you know somebody who has something to offer the world and they just maybe don't know where to start, this would be a great place to point them. So you can check it out on my website. If you just go to dropleaf.co/business build, that'll take you directly to the business building page. The next program kicks off in just a couple weeks, so September 24th is the week it kicks off. There are already some spots filled, but I'd love to have some more ladies in there with me. It's a ton of fun. There's accountability baked in. We do live teaching sessions every week, and there's homework that's really doable and easy, and like I said, you can do it at your own pace, but it's definitely meant to be a playbook. So, all right, I hope these 5 Ps have been helpful to you, and yeah, if you have any questions about building a business in general, maybe something you've been afraid to ask, there are no dumb questions, or if you have questions specific to my 12-week program, I would love for you to send me a message, or if you want to be brave, you can post in the comments, but I would love to answer any questions you might have. Thanks so much, guys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye.